Yes, guys, as you can see, apparently Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua is a done deal and is set for Friday, December the 19th. And apparently, it's going to be a pro heavyweight fight. It's not going to be an exhibition. Honestly, this is absolute bullshit. This is just stupid. Again, this is why boxing is becoming a joke. Shout out to Turkey Al Sheikh, because honestly, if that man did not come and save boxing, boxing would be an absolute shambles. Because now, obviously, because of him, we're getting the big fights. We're getting the fights that everybody wants to see. But as I'm more of an MMA fan. But the first martial arts I fell in love with was boxing. I used to watch a lot of boxing. I studied a lot of boxing. Yeah, boxing really, yeah. There was a moment in my life where, yeah, I was really, really, really heavily invested in boxing. And I just think it's a shame the way things are going, because this sort of stuff would never happen in MMA. Anthony Joshua has spoke about becoming a world champion again, yeah, for the third time. But if that's what your dreams and aspirations are, why are you wasting time with a Jake Paul fight? Because all that fight is getting AJ. Honestly, this fight is pointless. Because all this fight is getting AJ is money. It doesn't do anything for Anthony Joshua's legacy at all. It just gets him paid. We've already seen you fight Francis Ngannou. We don't want to see you take on another gimmick fight. Obviously, I don't think Jake Paul's going to win. But let's say Jake Paul was to win. What does that mean for Anthony Joshua's career? I genuinely don't think he will. I think Anthony Joshua will spark him out, to be completely honest. But what does that even do for Anthony Joshua's career? He could be setting up a potential matchup with, I don't know, whoever. Rematch Daniel Dubois. Why don't you want to get it back in blood? Femi, Oluwa Femi, why don't you want to get it back in blood with Daniel Dubois? That is what I want to know. As your fellow Yoruba brother, I want to know why you don't want to get it back in blood from Daniel. Because if it was me, even if I don't take that rematch, after the original fight, later down the line, I will call for a rematch. I no go lie. So AJ, you need to explain to us what is going on, because this, honestly, guys, this is absolutely ridiculous. It does nothing for boxing. It does nothing for AJ's career. If anything, it just gets him. It literally just gets him paid. And like I mentioned just now, AJ wants to become three-time world champion. He wants to fight Tyson Fury. Like, AJ's at the later stage of his career. He's what, 37, something like that, 36. So it's like, why waste time at this point? Get the big fights. Try and become a world champion again. But with all honesty, with the names that are floating around in the heavyweight division, I don't know if that's possible. But if there's anybody that can do it, I do think it is AJ. But this is just a shambles. Honestly, it's just a shambles. And Eddie Hearn, you're just yeah. I don't even know why you would even entertain negotiations for that fight, because like I said, what does it do for AJ's career apart from getting paid? His legacy, he's set for life in terms of money. He's made the most money compared to most other fighters in the sport, and he hasn't even been in the game that long. He hasn't even had to give his whole life the way some other fighters have. So he's set for life. If I, genuinely speaking, yeah, if I was AJ, I would be focusing on becoming a world champion again and getting big fights, especially at this stage of your career. There's no point wasting time with these gimmick fights. He hasn't fought in what, a year? Like, come on, man. What's actually going on? I'll be honest. From the bottom of my heart, I'm quite disappointed that this fight is going ahead, because I just think Anthony Joshua is wasting his time, and it's just giving someone. I know Jake Paul calls himself a professional boxer now, but it's just giving someone like Jake Paul another opportunity to milk the fans and milk the sport of boxing. So I genuinely don't get why this fight has been made. It does nothing for the sport of boxing at all. So like, what's the point of the fight taking place? No belt is on the line. So guys, what does it actually do for the sport of boxing? Apart from two guys getting paid, and one guy doesn't really need to get paid. Like, he's made good money as it is, and any boxing fight he has, he's going to make good money because he's a draw. He's the biggest draw in British boxing, probably the biggest draw in British boxing. So I don't get why this fight is going ahead. It's actually shambolic. And this is why, again, we have to give shouts out to Turki Al Sheikh. People can say what they want. Some people say, oh, it's corrupt, this, that, and other. But guess what? At least he's putting on the best fights. At least he's making the best fight the best, which is what everybody wants to see. So, yeah, December 19th, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm going to say this on YouTube right now. I don't care who. If you guys want to find me, come and find me. I no go pay fine, because me, I will not pay to watch that. In fact, somebody in my house, they have Netflix. I'll watch them, because me, I will not pay a penny to watch that shit. And let me tell you something, guys. I know people like to say styles make fights, this, that, and the other. But guess what? If Anthony Joshua does not win that fight against Jake Paul, then I'm sorry. All of Jake Paul's fights are rigged. To be honest, we all already know that something's not right with his fights. But if Jake Paul beats Anthony Joshua, that fight is rigged. And if AJ gets knocked out by Jake Paul, listen, I'm gonna say it now. I'm gonna say it now. And AJ, he's my Yoruba brother. I listen, I respect him. I wish him nothing but the best. Even part of me feels for him. You know, the way the public has absolutely ridiculed him. But when he's winning, everybody, oh, he's British, this, that, and the other. But when he's not winning, he's, you know. But AJ, if Jake Paul knocks you out, which I don't think is going to happen, but if he does, AJ, there is no coming back. You will not get Tyson Fury. You will not get any of these big fights. Maybe Deontay Wilder, because you know that one, he's just looking for money. That one, he's finished. Respectfully, he's finished. But if you lose, you'll get Deontay Wilder, but you'll never become a champion again. Tyson Fury definitely will not give you time of day when his useless little brother that can't even box properly beats Jake Paul. So AJ, this one is a must win. To be honest, out of the two of you, you have the most to lose. Because if you beat him, people are going to say you should have beat him. If you lose to him, people will say your career is finished. And you won't get some of the big fights you'll be able to get. So it's a lose-lose. AJ, please, summon the spirit of Oluwafemi. I don't want to see Anthony on that day. I want to see Femi from the village. Okay, that's what I want to see. From the streets of Lagos, Nigeria. I want you to channel that energy. Please, I beg. Because this one is a must win. I no go lie. It's a shambolic fight. It's a useless fight. It's a stupid fight. And I know deep down inside your heart of hearts, you know this fight is a waste of time. But it's going to make you money. But I beg, next year we want to see you fight at least 2 times. 2. Next year you must fight twice. I no go lie, AJ. You're getting older. You want to become world champion again. It's a tough ask. I'm not going to lie, it is a tough ask. With Usyk still being around and, you know, up and coming fighters like Fabio Wardley and Italma and whatnot. Even though Wardley would be a good fight though, him and AJ. It's just, I don't know. You see AJ's chin, I just don't know. But it's honestly, becoming a champion for the 3rd time is going to be difficult. I'm not saying he can't do it, but it's going to be difficult with the current state of the heavyweight division. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on it, guys. I think this fight is pointless and I think it's stupid. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Should this fight be going through? Who give us your early predictions? Who do you think wins? And yeah, like and subscribe as usual, man.